Danielle joins us now with a look at our weather. And you know, when you go from week to week, quite a dramatic change in our weather.
Absolutely. Look at the difference, hey? And then, you know, getting into those double digits. We've already had so much melting so far, and that will continue because the rest of this week, the rest of this month in general, will be above normal and in many cases in the plus double digits. So this week feels like spring. I will say this, early March, we'll be back into the colder, snowier weather, not quite as cold as the frigid, but there's no snow. March is the snowiest month of the year for us. So we're not done with wintry weather just yet, but this week we're done with it. High of 10 today, we are now sitting at 9 degrees, downtown 11, 10 into Zaw Park. Big Four Motors, massive first anniversary sale is on. See it at big4motors.com. Tomorrow we're also looking at a high around 9, 10 degrees, winds out of the west gusting up to 50 kilometers per hour in the afternoon hours. More details coming up.
That was such a pleasurable weekend. Great to see the sunshine, blue sky, get out and enjoy it.
Right, and if you have a dog to walk, if you have kids that needed to get outdoors for the last 3 weeks, finally been able to do so. I will say this, don't wear your best shoes. Right, because we're looking at a lot more melting. It's a lot of puddles. That's one key thing. And just really be careful because the sidewalks in those overnight hours that freeze over, you can't even see that there's the ice out there on the sidewalks. So the sidewalks are slick in the early morning hours, parking lots, all of that kind of stuff. Some road conditions as well. Just keep that in mind as this melting and overnight somewhat freezing is happening. Okay, 9 in Calgary right now. We got to a high of 10 degrees today. We're looking at pretty much status quo weather as we go here for the rest of this week. No real active weather in Calgary to talk about, but we're looking at warm, windy weather as we go through the next couple of days. So that's really the idea. And midweek, we actually get even warmer than this. 4 degrees right now in Banff, 9 in Calgary, 8 in Lethbridge, and 7 in Medicine Hat. Warm weather overall, but it did come with some gusty conditions, somewhat anyway. Closer to 70 in Pincher Creek was the maximum wind gust today, and 61 for Lethbridge. We're looking at 70 kilometer per hour gusts possible for tomorrow for these areas. And for us here in Calgary, our maximum wind gust today was 57. And we'll get up to about 50 again tomorrow in the afternoon hours. And Medicine Hat will stay around that 40 kilometer per hour wind gust mark for tomorrow as well. You can see that system spinning off the coast here, and you can see the wave of it that's already moving into BC, Washington State. This is already pushing clouds in. We'll get a little bit of moisture from that in the overnight hours. Calgary could see a little bit again, which may add to some slick sidewalks out there in the early morning hours. You can see some snow that will likely mix precipitation that will push into Pincher Creek area, Lethbridge area overnight, and then mainly be out of the way. But even some freezing rain or potentially just rain possible in the early morning hours to the east of Lethbridge. Calgary, though, we're looking at just the cloud cover. We may see a little bit of this in the overnight hours, but nothing really to speak of for tomorrow. Just some cloud cover at times, and again, a little windy here and there. Looking at the upper air analysis, here we go. As we head into Thursday, the key thing is we're going to be under this ridge of high pressure. Thursday should be our warmest day of this week, where we get into the teens. So 9, maybe even 10 for tomorrow. Winds gusting out of the west at 50 kilometers per hour in the afternoon. By Wednesday, we're looking at 11 degrees. Thursday, 15. And then we still remain warm Friday through the weekend as well.
When you start talking about 15 degrees on Thursday, that is pretty exceptional for February.
I feel like I might be like Charlie Brown to you, where it's like you hear wah, 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 15.
Oh, yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
You're like the teacher at the front of the class.
Yes, you always hear the good stuff.
I do.
Glass half full. Yes, 15 by Thursday. So this week it will feel like spring all week. 9 is the current temperature. Today's high was 10. We're looking at a similar day tomorrow. Gusts up to 50 kilometers per hour in the afternoon, getting us up to at least 9 degrees. By Wednesday, similar again. Rinse and repeat, 11 degrees by Wednesday with gusts 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. But Thursday, 15, Ian.
Massive melt is now underway. Let's bring Danielle in. We're barely getting below zero all week, actually.
Yeah, you're right, Tara. This is a full force melt, and we're only getting warmer throughout the days. In fact, by later this week, we'll be in the mid-teens. And those overnight lows just at the freezing mark, meaning the melting even in some cases will be through parts of the overnight hours. Now, a key thing I did want to mention is that we're dropping enough, we're dropping to the freezing point overnight tonight that a lot of the melting will pool and freeze in some spots. So sidewalks in some cases are quite slick. So be careful out there in the early morning hours. 8 degrees is where we're sitting right now. Tomorrow, at least 9 degrees, a little windy at times, up to 50 kilometers per hour, and the clouds will clear out for the afternoon. More details coming up, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Let's bring Danielle back in now. We've got a pretty great week ahead.
We do. This is a beautiful spring week. Lots of melting going on. That will be consistent. It's basically really status quo this week. Not really any eventful weather for Calgary expected, and just a little windy at times, and temperatures will continue to climb this week. So we'll get warmer and warmer. Today's high was 10 degrees in Calgary. We are now sitting at 8. It's 6 in Lethbridge at the moment, 5 in Brooks, and 4 in Medicine Hat. When we talk wind gusts, we're getting these warmer temperatures because we have those Chinook winds, so predominantly out of the west and southwest. Maximum wind gusts, this is today's, in Pincher Creek was close to 70 kilometers per hour. You can expect that in that area for tomorrow as well. In fact, this is the maximum wind gust today, but this is what we can also expect in these communities for tomorrow. Closer to 60 for Lethbridge, closer to 40 for Medicine Hat, and closer to 50 for us here in Calgary tomorrow. Radar and satellite showing you this really organized low off the coast of Washington state, already pushing waves in. So southern BC will likely see snow for the higher elevations, lower elevations looking at mainly a rain event with snow in those overnight hours. Most of that moisture should stay on the BC side. We already have some clouds that have creeped in from this. We will get a little bit of moisture. I just want to show you on the hour by hour here. And you can see predominantly on the BC side. But tonight and through early tomorrow morning, a quick burst of snowfall is possible, or at least that mixed precipitation for the Pincher Creek area and the Lethbridge area. And there may even be a couple raindrops tomorrow in the morning hours. Also, maybe even some freezing rain associated with this. Another key thing to mention with this is that we're dipping to the freezing mark in Calgary. So all that melting that went on today will freeze in many spots. So sidewalks slippery, parking lot slippery. Keep an eye on that. Take your time out there. I nearly took a spill out there this morning as well on a sidewalk. All right, by tomorrow afternoon though, sunshine and warm. And when we talk about a further warm up, what's going to happen here is that ridge of high pressure will build its way in. So by Thursday is when we're going to have the warmest weather of the week, getting us into the mid-teens here. So when you look at that longer range forecast, 9 for tomorrow, winds again gusting closer to 50 kilometers per hour in the afternoon hours. Then 11 degrees for Wednesday, and then there you go, Thursday, the warmest of the next 5 with a high of 15 degrees. Then 9 for Friday. We hold on to this warmth as we head into the weekend. I will say this though, by the time we get into early March, we're going to take a dip again. March being the snowiest month on record, so we're not done with winter just yet. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle.
A precious metal having a golden moment. John Vanavalley Rouse, CTV News, Toronto.
I'm going to buy some gold tonight.
Okay, a lot of people who work and have pets at home, during the day they're thinking, how is my pet being entertained? Like, what's it doing all day? But maybe if you have 2 pets, you don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
The cats entertain each other, so the black cat is just minding its own business. He probably just wants to relax up there. The other cat has figured out that this chair swivels, so he's making up his own game. It's half ride, half cat scratcher. He's got to hang on for the ride.
And then they wonder, why is this chair busted when they get home?
Yeah, so why is just the bottom of this chair wrecked? Yeah. All right, well, how good are you with hot foods? A Canadian man has just set a very spicy Guinness World Record.
Ready, set, go!
Mike Jack ate nearly 1.5 kilograms of hot sauce in 3 minutes. That sets a new mark. That beats the previous record of just under 1.2 kilos. He says the biggest hurdle wasn't the heat, it was the sheer amount of sauce and how fast he had to eat it. He now holds 19 Guinness World Records.
I like that lady's job on the side, though.
She's just there to yell at him.
Fast,
Just stay
fast,
focused,
yeah.
keep eating. I couldn't eat one spoonful of that, let alone a bowl of it.
Yeah, that's not appetizing at all.
Oh, my goodness. Nope. Firefighters in Spain recently found themselves performing a high-level rescue. Yeah, they weren't after a person. They had to rescue this goat. It somehow found itself stuck in a precarious position.
Oh,
It's out on a 5th floor window ledge in Madrid. The apartment is vacant, so they don't even know how it got in there. Then how did it get out on the ledge? They had no idea. They used carrots and lettuce to coax it back inside. It was then transferred to a local emergency vet, and then they will be responsible for rehoming it.
That just goes to show you never know what your day holds.
You just don't know. That's right. You have to be prepared for all eventualities when you work in emergency services.
No one would have expected that.
Could be a kid. It was a kid. I was going to say it could have been a kid. It was a kid.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, here's your Skywatch cam. Look how cool that looks right now. The clouds have moved in. We may even see some very light mixed precipitation tonight in Calgary. Smaller chance in Calgary of that. Anyway, what will happen tonight is all those puddles out there from all the melting will freeze, and it will be a little slick on the sidewalks for the morning hours. And temperatures will be warm once again tomorrow and the day after that, and even warmer by Thursday. 10 degrees was our high today. We had gusts just above 50 kilometers per hour here in Calgary, and we're looking at basically the same idea for tomorrow. So you can see all the warmth in basically southern BC, southern Alberta. Outside of that, much cooler temperatures everywhere else in the country. 8 right now in Calgary, 6 in Lethbridge, and 4 in Medicine Hat. So the warmth continues even into the evening hours. You can see this organized low off the coast of BC and Washington State here already pushing waves in. This means moisture, precipitation for BC. Very limited amount will make its way over, and that will be in the overnight hours. So nothing really to worry about on this side of the Rockies for the most part. Lethbridge, you may see a little bit of mixed precipitation tonight and through early tomorrow morning. Pincher Creek as well. And as you can see, Salmon Arm, Kelowna, Kamloops for tomorrow. You're looking at showers, Fernie. That mixed precipitation certainly possible, and then drier on our side. 5 degrees and mainly cloudy skies for Edmonton. And we'll get some cloudy periods, especially in the morning in Calgary, but that should clear out for the afternoon hours. Lethbridge, windy, gusting about 60, even 70 kilometers per hour. Pincher Creek looking at 70 kilometer per hour gusts as well. All right, looking at that 10-day trend, and you can see this warmth will last for the rest of this week. The warmest day of this week will be Thursday, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle.
I'm not in charge of booking the talent.
Okay, the first event was billed as a luxury festival, but attendees quickly found out there were poor accommodations, a lack of food, and no entertainment. The creator, Billy McFarland, served time in prison for fraud due to misrepresenting the event. He says he's taking a backseat this time, and organizers in charge will ensure an improved experience. The festival is scheduled for the end of May in Mexico. Let's just say no.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
I'm out on that one.
Yeah. Well, if you missed the 5-day forecast, it's getting up to 15 by Thursday.
Yeah, you know, late February up to 15 degrees is pretty impressive, right? So this is a spring feeling week this week, and for the entire right through till Sunday. It will be a little windy for the next couple of days. Those winds out of the west is what will carry our temperatures up and keep them warm. But Thursday we're going to get a big push of warmth from the south, and that will get us up to those teens, which will feel unreal for us because, let's be honest, it's been a while since we've been there. So there you go. Also be on the lookout for slick sidewalks. Here you go. Weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style budget and Alberta's climate. This one from Wendy Craft. Thaw on the Bow, it's called.
Yeah.
Stunning, huh?
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Be careful on those paths.
Yeah.
Thanks for your company tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.